This is the Velaro D, one of Germany's fastest high-speed trains, speeding along at up to 300 km per hour between the Ruhr area, München and Paris. But today we will be doing none of that, as my train turned out to be delayed, diverted and quite chaotic. So join me for a trip on Germany's famous high-speed trains as we go through the troublesome state of the German railways in 2024. Our journey starts at the crack of dawn in Düsseldorf on a cold December morning. The station can easily be reached by the city's tram network. And as Christmas was nearing, the station featured these nice festive lights to brighten up the dark days a bit. And before I even got inside to the departure board, I already knew this was gonna be an eventful journey, as I 1 week earlier had gotten an email notification from Deutsche Bahn that my train had been cancelled. But in reality, it turned out that the departure time had been moved forward by 1 hour and 23 minutes for a journey that was supposed to take 1 hour and 30 minutes in total. But more on that later. The station here in Düsseldorf is definitely not among the prettiest in Germany, but it is functional, clean and has all the amenities you'd expect from a main station. You'll also find a connection to the Stadtbahn, which is a type of light metro and tram fusion rapid transit system found in many German cities. But enough about other vehicles on steel wheels. Time to find out what platform ours is leaving from. We're catching the retimed ICE service bound for München Hauptbahnhof, leaving at 7:55. All platforms are accessed via this long underpass, featuring plenty of shops and services. This is also where you will find the DB ticket and travel information office, which you might need if your train is delayed. You'll also find ticket machines down in the corridor, but for long distance journeys I would recommend booking your ticket online in advance to get the best deal. And if you're a long-time viewer of the channel, you know I'm a huge fan of model railways at railway stations, complete with one of the older ICE 2 high-speed trains. Video coming in the future, so make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Also behind the model railway you will find some luggage lockers, very handy if you're in the city for a short time. As for us, we'll be heading up to platform 15, which can be accessed both by escalator and lifts. And our troubles was just about to begin. A delay of 30 minutes was posted on the screens due to issues with forming the train at the origin in Essen Hauptbahnhof. So instead I watched some of the on-time high-speed trains. Here's one of the former Thalys, now Eurostar trains departing for Paris. In addition to Thalys Eurostar, the station is also served by Rhein-Ruhr Express, a separate regional rail brand mostly operated by National Express, on behalf of the local transit agencies. The station is also served by plenty of other S-Bahn and regional rail lines. Eventually 35 minutes behind schedule, our Baureihe 407, also known as the Velaro D, turns up. This is a 320 km per hour high-speed train based on the ICE 3 platform, built by Siemens. Each unit consists of 8 carriages and can be coupled together to make a 16-carriage train. The external screens on the door show the intermediate stations, the train's destination, as well as carriage number. And as our train can be leaving any minute now, it's about time we head on board. I'm traveling in first class today, with a seat reservation. I've selected seat number 51 online when booking my ticket, which is a solo seat without a proper table. We depart Düsseldorf at 8:31, running 36 minutes behind schedule. And as we leave Düsseldorf, it's about time we take a look at the route for today's journey and also see where it all went wrong. ICE 621 is normally scheduled to run from Essen Hauptbahnhof via Duisburg, Düsseldorf, Köln Messe Deutsch, Frankfurt Flughafen, Frankfurt Hauptbahnhof, Aschaffenburg, Würzburg, Nürnberg to München Hauptbahnhof. However, due to some last-minute track works, the high-speed line between Cologne and Frankfurt was shut at short notice, and our train was diverted in this section to instead head along the Rhine river bank, adding 1 hour and 23 minutes to the journey time. With the updated timetable for today's trip, in the section I'm traveling from Düsseldorf to Frankfurt, meant that the train was gonna cover a distance of 260 kilometers in 2 hours and 53 minutes, giving it an average speed of 90 kilometers per hour. A significant increase from the planned 217 kilometers in 1 hour and 30 minutes with an average speed of 144 kilometers per hour. The weather leaving Düsseldorf is fairly grim, but soon enough we'll make our first station stop at Cologne Deutsch. The station here is an important junction for the city, allowing faster ICE services like ours to bypass the congested railways around Cologne's main station. With our brief stop here completed, we'll now head non-stop to Frankfurt Flughafen. But before we take the diversion along the Rhine Valley, let's take a closer look at the train's interior. We'll start down in second class, which even with large luggage racks can't cope with the demand on a busy train like this. The seats here are laid out in a comfortable 2+2 layout, mostly airline style seating, but a few bays of 4. There are also electronic displays showing journey information, but they are not quite as good as the ones found on newer ICE 4 or ICE 3 Neo trains. As you can see, the train was really busy today, probably due to the cancellations on the high-speed line. But next up, we'll find the dining car, which also was super crowded. We'll take a look at the menu at our seat later. You'll also find some dedicated seats for dining right behind the counter. Continuing into first class, we will find seats in an expected 2+1 layout, again mostly airline style, but there are a few tables. Large overhead racks takes most of the luggage, but by the vestibule doors we will also find some dedicated luggage racks. Again, even here in a pretty full first class, they were very well used. By the doors is where you will find the toilets. And as the regular viewers know, it's about time we take a look at it. We got a simple locking mechanism, a clean looking sink with working water, decent pressure, the soap was stocked, there was paper, and the flush is working. The toilet is clean, so I think I'm gonna give Deutsche Bahn a thumbs up for this. And I promised a look at the menu, so feel free to pause the video if you want to have a closer look. Our diversion actually takes us down the pretty scenic Rhine Valley route. But today's weather is hardly doing it much justice, so instead let's take a closer look at the seats. The seats in first class are spaced far apart, giving you good leg room. It's easy to see reservation status on these displays, as well as your seat number. This is also where you'll find the button for the reading light. At the seat you will find a tray table, which can be easily deployed like this. It was fairly sturdy, but it could be better. Down here you'll find a storage pocket, and this is also where the menu is located. There's a movable footrest, as well as the world's tiniest bin. Below the seat is where you will find the power outlet. Supporting your head is a plush pillow, complemented by the seat base that offers a perfect mixture between support and padding. So, very good job Deutsche Bahn. I also have to mention that Deutsche Bahn has a really good app, where you can easily manage your ticket, look up journey information, and when your train is not cancelled or retimed, you can use the comfort check-in button, which tells the train crew that you are in your seat and then they won't have to come and scan your ticket. But we also have to talk about the less great things about Deutsche Bahn. And in 2024, that's probably reliability. Over the past few years, Deutsche Bahn's on-time performance has declined sharply, with especially long-distance services hovering around every second train being delayed some months last year. Many factors play a role in this, including DB's own management, causing strikes with its personnel, underinvestment and a massive trackworks backlog on the infrastructure side, as well as the network being more popular and intensively used than ever. In many ways, the German railway seems to be a victim of its own success at the moment. And today was a perfect example of that. Our train was late due to an issue with the formation of the train, a problem on Deutsche Bahn's end. the train was retimed at short notice due to track works, an issue with the infrastructure provider. Yet the train was still super busy. And now, as we approach Frankfurt Hauptbahnhof, I really don't have that much to say, other than that this Velaro D train is a very comfortable type of train. But maybe don't expect to get to your destination on time with Deutsche Bahn at the moment. Tickets between Düsseldorf and Frankfurt in first class on board ICE 621 start at €40 if booked well in advance on the Deutsche Bahn website. Prices vary based on time of booking and demand, so book ahead if you can. And with a delay of 34 minutes, we arrive into Frankfurt Hauptbahnhof. Thank you so much for joining me on this trip. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, as I try to upload a new one every Sunday. You can also follow me over on Twitter at IntercitySimon. I usually post live from my travels over there, so it's a great place to get a sneak peek at what videos might be coming to the channel in the future. Thanks for watching.